Okay, everybody, we got Vince Staples, Crybaby. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give this project a 9.5 out of 10, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so for comparisons, let's see. We got Gym Class Heroes. Love them. You ever heard of them? They're pretty cool. We got Lupe Fiasco. We got Kid Cudi. We got Childish Gambino. We got Deontay Hitchcock, Junkies in the Sun. We got NWA, The Police. Those are my comparisons. Okay, favorite tracks. We got no skips, and we got seven. We got seven favorite tracks, and you only had 10 tracks. That's more than half the project. Good job, Vince. Good job. Okay, favorite tracks. We got Blackberry Marmalade. I actually found that one via the Tiny Desk, your Tiny Desk concert. That's actually how I found out you had a project, and I was like, "Ooh, he got a project. Let me go review it." Um, Number two, Gorilla. Number three, TV Guy, love that one. Number four, White Flag, very relatable, very relatable. Number five, Only in America. It's the sad reality of American culture and history. Number six, Cotton. Absolutely love your flow and your cadence on Cotton. Number seven, Seven in the Morning. I love your political stance, you know, on Seven in the Morning. So yeah, seven favorite tracks. Okay, so boom, for the positive feedback. It was very, very revolutionary. I love you were just so, oh, power to the people. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Like, absolutely love that. Okay, so I love how bold you are with your voice, and I love how you use your platform. You know, you use it to educate, you use it to inform, and you know what I'm saying? And you use it to stick it to the man. I love that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's giving you to sell your soul. You didn't sell your soul. Love that, love that. It's giving morals, it's giving values, it's giving character, it's giving principles, it's giving men, it's giving like grown men, it's giving the money didn't change me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I should have forgot where I came from, but you didn't. You didn't forget where you came from. Love that. Congratulations. Thank you. I need you. We need you. We need you. So I love how in TV Guide you expounded on the propaganda of television and fake news. You know, you was talking a little shit at the end of TV Guide too. I was like, Vincent, oh my gosh. Like, I was blushing, like, oh my gosh. I don't think I shouldn't, my ears I shouldn't be listening to this. Like, yeah, you was popping it. You was popping it. You better about I ain't gonna say it, I ain't gonna say it, I ain't gonna say it. Okay, so boom. These were some of my favorite bars. You said, why do I live in fear of a gun and a badge? That's the strongest enemy we ever had. And you ain't lying about that, because I got a story myself, you know. Situation happened with me with the po-po. And I'm a lady. Like, dang, I'm a lady. Y'all, they don't have no grace for us. They don't have no grace, unfortunately. You said, sometimes love can turn to war. I've seen it done before. And man, you ain't lying, bro. Sometimes, not even war, sometimes love can turn to hate. And then that hate turns to war. And it's just like, ugh. Ugh. Why? Like that. Why? That's, excuse me. I'm sorry. My platform is moving. Why? Like, yeah, that's, oof, it's unfortunate. Let's see what else you said. You said you can lie, you can steal, and have a house in the hills. Only in America. And if that ain't the truest statement you ever made, because man, all these politicians, all these celebrities, like all of these people that really be coming up, they be coming up off the backs of, one, they come up off the backs of us. Two, they be coming up off the backs of poor people. Like, they lie, they cheat, they steal, they kill, they destroy, they do anything to obtain and sustain power in the position of, and it's extremely unfair and unfortunate. But love how you expounded on that. Okay, so boom, last one. You said land of the free, home of the brave, land of the natives, land of the slaves, which is so crazy because it's like, how is this the land of the free but also the land of the slaves? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an oxymoron. It's so contradictory, and it's like, and then we eat it up. Like, everybody want to run to America because, oh, I'm going to get us free. Yeah, they want to run to America because all this opportunity, but like, this is probably one of the most oppressed nations. Like, this nation was built off of oppression. Oppression and slavery is this nation's natural resource. And it's like, you know, we don't acknowledge it. We don't talk about it enough. So thank you again for using your platform. Gracias. Okay, the project, it had a very consistent sound. So it's like you use the same producer or you use the same band. It kind of sounded like this project had a lot live instruments. It may not have been a band, but it did sound like this project had a bunch of live instruments on it. And I used to be in the band, so I absolutely love that. Okay, so I absolutely love the Slick Rick sample. It had a very, very nostalgic feel to it. Love that sample. Okay, so I love how you spoke on, politics, social injustices, police brutality. Most people tend to steer clear of those topics because they're too controversial. They kind of choose the safer route. But no, you know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, bump that. I'm gonna talk about this. And you really hate the police. Like, you don't like. I know you had 10 tracks on this album, and at least 8 of them you found a way to mention the police. You found a way to mention police brutality. You found a way to mention some type of oppression by hands of authority or authoritative figures. And yeah, you just really don't like that. You really don't like that. And I appreciate the fact that you don't like that, because it shouldn't be like that, We don't like that, but some of us are too afraid to talk about it, and you're not. And for you to be who you are and have as big a platform as you have and still speak about the things that you speak about, thank you. All right, now for constructive criticism. I didn't have much. I legit only had 2 critiques. But one of them did kind of affect the sound a little bit, which is why you got a 9.5, and that was production. Let's get into it. Now, with the production, it was, I was lacking a little bit. It kind of sounded like it was recorded like in a room or like in a basement, or like, I think I mentioned previously that it sounded like live instruments or a live band. You know how when you have a band and y'all got all y'all amps and everything plugged up and you playing in the garage, and it's kind of sounded like that a little bit, like especially on the first song. Was it Lady Marmalade? Let me see. On Blackberry Marmalade, there was a few like dead spots. There was a few spots where it sounded like the audio was just cutting out. Now, it could have been how the song was structured, but there were just certain spots where the track was just stopping like abruptly in certain. So it was just like the audio was like uneven. So it's like on certain tracks, it's like the instrumental was louder than the vocals, and then on certain tracks the vocals were louder than the instrumental. And then it's like I had to keep toggling and adjusting like the volume on my headphones or the volume on the radio, because I listened to it several times. I listened to it when I was in the gym. I listened to it at the car wash. I'm cleaning my car. Like, I listened to it several times and took notes. And it was just like every time it was like certain spots or certain songs, I had to either turn it up or turn it down because it just was a bit unbalanced, or it was a bit imbalanced. Yeah. Also, you threw me off just a little bit in Do You Know the Devil? Because I was praising you and talking about how you didn't sell your soul. And then you dropped Do You Know the Devil? And now I'm scratching my locks. Like, did I misread this situation? Like, do I not have discernment? What is it? What is this about? What is this about? Okay, for the second critique, which it didn't have nothing to do with the sound, but false information. You said stole me and they brought me to America. It was like, thanks, I guess. That's misinformation, Vince, because let me tell you how I know. Let me tell you how I know that we from here and this is our land. Because I had brought some African black soap not too long ago, and I washed my face with it. And when I tell you, you would have swore I had a chemical peel that literally burnt the skin off of me. Like, like, nah, we ain't from there. Furthermore, ain't nobody. They the ones who came here on a boat. Christopher Columbus, right? They the ones who came here on the boat and discovered the land. And you think that they got back on the boat and went to a whole nother land and grabbed some people and came back over here? Like, no. They went to war with the folks that was already here, fought over the land. They had much more, they had more equipment than we had, We still was using spears and stuff. And they, entrapped some of us and made us work for our freedom, unfortunately. But we was already here. We was already here. Ain't nobody brought nobody nowhere. We were here. This is our land. And we taking it back. And they scared. And they mad. But yeah, false information. But yeah, like I said, 9.5 out of 10. Good job, good job, good project. Absolutely, absolutely loved it. Love you. If you could just do me one solid, if you could just put our show, put the Vince Staples and Jalea Marie show, put it on Tubi, you know? Put it on Tubi and let it just kind of do its thing organically. There are a lot of us that we still want to see that show. So like, you know, Netflix, we don't need them. We don't need them for our show. So put our show back on, I don't care, put it on YouTube TV. I don't know. We got, bring it back. I didn't talk about the cover art. So, you know, you got your crybaby, you got the little Trump curl up here, you got the American flag diaper. It's a very, this is, you know what the cover art remind me of? The political, you know, they used to do like those political cartoons like in the newspapers and stuff back in the Gap, like way back in the Gap. This is giving a political cartoon, and it's just kind of, it's perfect. 10 out of 10 for the cover art. It's perfect for, you know, what the project represents, because it was a lot of politics in this project. So yeah, 10 out of 10 on the cover art. Good job. Yeah, but other than that, good job. When you're ready for your meet and greet with me, just, you know, let me know. I'll have my people call your people, and we can just, you know, go ahead and set something up. But yeah, good job. 9.5 out of 10. Vince Staples, Crybaby, everybody. Good job.